So we're just taking a look at Wusik 8000, and so I'm going to talk about Wusik 8000 and Wusik Station version 8, latest beta version I'm working on. I have added a new module to Wusik 8000. So quickly show here. It's under effects and VST effect, but it also hosts VST instruments, not just effects. And I have added the MDA effects for both 32, 64 bits on Windows and also on the Mac. And on Windows we have also the Studio Reverbs that's based on the M Reverb. I don't recall very well, but I have to check on the site because it was not done by me. But you can add, let's say, where's the delay here? And it's going to load all the parameters from the VST. Add an envelope so it works. And sound generator, just this super oscillator. And jar. You can also add modulations. And let's say on LFO, let me minimize the modules I just want, those two, and there I can minimize two. So I'm going to use the LFO, and I'm going to select the tone and LFO module options positive on output. So you can see that it's very easy to use. Very easy to use. And on the Wusik 8000, just show the Wusik 8000, and now I'm going to show you the Wusik Station version 8. And it's the same thing. You go to the Master Effects. Let me remove this one. I'm going to add the VST effect, and I can load whatever I want here. I'm going to add the delay again. It was a fun one. I have to be sure I'm sending something to the send effect one. And that's pretty much it. And if the VST, I don't have anyone here that has Here. Okay. And if the VST has an editor, these ones, none of those have. But if they have, you can select under here. It's going to show an open editor option. And also, let's try. You can also load an instrument. So mine in the DX10. So let me load the one here. The delay is on my sound card. It's not on the program. And you can add add other instruments to the patch. And here you can select programs if it has more than one program. You want to be able to select the programs. And for Wusik Station 8, you can only change 14 parameters, or if the VST has an editor, you can open the editor. But for Wusik Station 8, Wusik 8000, sorry. For Wusik 8000, you can edit up to 24 parameters. And let me show something here. Pretty much the same thing you have here. Let's say select an instrument. And I can select programs from here. Is the programs. And if it has an editor, it's going to show next to the file name here on button to open the editor. And well, that's pretty much what the VST hosting does. I'm calling VST effect because it's more usable as a VST effect, not an instrument, but you can do both. And I also changed the drawable oscillator. Now it has a better sound when you're selecting high quality on the drawable oscillator. Also updated a bit the ADCR envelope for all the envelopes on Wusik Station 8. So they have it's very easy to set up. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. For next week, I'm going to do more live videos, talking with the users, especially for Wusik 8000, not just Wusik Station 8. And I have also uploaded the Windows and Mac versions for Wusik 4000, Wusik 8000, and Wusik Station version 8. And they have all the new features, not just these ones I'm showing here. They also have other features. I have to check on our forum and Facebook page for details. And well, I'm trying to get rid of some of the preset legacy problems with importing. Some are very hard to handle because Wusik Station version 8 has a totally different engine. It's actually a new product. It's not so easy to port the old presets, but I'm really trying. And you can also participate on the beta versions with ideas and suggestions, and it really helps me out that because I can see things from more vision from the users, not just mine vision. And well, I think that's it. I also fixed the problem with the fade waveform on the drawable oscillator. One of the videos I had some problems with that, and it turns out that when I did an update on the code, I forgot something on the fade option, but now it's working correctly, and it's working great actually. And well, just let me check something here. The latency on my sound card, I don't know why it sometimes gets very high. Check here if I can improve it. It's a pain sometimes. It's very high. No, it's better. But it's on my sound card, not the program itself. On my music computer I have a better sound card. This one I just have the Windows card from my notebook. So let's do a quick test here. I'm going to show you something interesting. I'm going to go to the Effect Master, the VST effect. I'm going to add the MIDI. This is an instrument, JX10. So I have what I have done. I have added a wave sequencer layer, but without any samples. So what it's doing is just creating arpeggiated sounds. But what's the difference from a wave sequencer and the arpeggiator? The arpeggiator is going to take all the notes you input here at the same time and generates a sequence using all the notes, just like an arpeggiator does. But wave sequencer works in a different way. It's going to generate a sequence for each note using the sequence information. So let's add more steps here. And each note I press, it generates a new sequence, and the sequence plays for each note. So if I press the notes on different times, it's going to generate sequence with the timing for the note I press it instead of a regular arpeggiator. That's not very usable, but it's pretty fun to play around with it. So now I'm going to go to the modulation, master modulation. You have to be sure it's select master modulation. I'm going to do LFO to the VST, MDA, JX10. I'm going to go to the voltage counter filter frequency. I'm going to select positive on output. If I use the right click instead of left click, I can do some fine-tuning adjustments. Go to the effect again, be sure it's very low here. And I can add, let's say I add a stereo delay here. Since I'm using the Synth effects one, the sound of the first effect is going to be sent into the second effect. And let's say I add here a waveform. I'm going to add a sawtooth waveform. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. We'll talk again some other time then.